Peace and love, family. This is another segment of Thoughts from Under a Black Light. I'm your host, ElyonKhanEL. We have another topic to discuss, and this topic is one of great importance. Very, very great importance. Throughout the course of the years, I've been looking at some information, of course, studying, reflecting. And it seems that I find a very, very subtle and serious problem with a lot of these so-called conscious communities out here. One of the main problems that really strikes a nerve in me is this philosophy as it relates to women. It seems to me that the conscious community, as what they call themselves, has a peculiar understanding about the feminine, female, or the woman counterpart in this whole dynamic, which we call life. This peculiar understanding is one that is it's just anti-self, it's anti-upliftment, it's many, 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 many different other things. I mean, because listen, how is it possible for you to get consciousness without a woman? The woman is responsible for giving birth to you. So why is this anti-woman, placing them on an inferior, on an inferior level or secondary level, or this outright just they're not worthy to be recognized or to follow or to study? And in the world major religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, they have the same take. When have you ever seen a female rabbi, a female imam, or a jurist? In all the religious, interpretations and all of the religious, talk about the major religions now, the information that you're getting is solely from a male perspective, as if the woman's perspective doesn't count. She really shut up and just go over there and when would dinner be ready? Is the clothes washed? The woman, she's pretty much a relegated to almost insignificant, when in fact without her ain't none of us gonna be here. None of us. You came through the womb of a woman. So, with that being the case, how did somebody just turn around and curse the very corridor that you came through to give you life on this planet? How does this happen? Religion. Yeah, religion. Religion's the only institution that does that at its maximum. Go in the Bible. The woman, Eve, is is responsible for the downfall of man. It wasn't his fault. It was her fault. She's the only one that was deceived. Adam wasn't deceived. It was the woman. She is the cause. She's the causative factor as to man falling from grace with God. Really. So if that's the case, if woman is this decadent or degraded being, why would God still allow us to come through her to have life? Why? If she's so decadent and, you know, uh, not worthy. No, religion does this. Okay? That's just why when you read these books, that is the foundation tools of these world religions. The basic fundamental premises there is the woman is inferior to man, man is supreme. Look, Paul states in 1 Timothy 2 and 14, listen, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Wasn't Adam's fault. It was Eve, the woman. And if you further read in Paul's work, 1 Timothy 2 and 11. 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Listen. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjugation. In other words, shut the fuck up and submit. Why? Because you were the one that was deceived in the beginning in the Garden of Eden that caused the fall of man. Let's go. Paul again. 1 Timothy 2 and 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. I mean, shut the fuck up. Let's go. One more time. Paul again. 1 Corinthians 11:3. A man is the head of the woman. A man is the head of the woman. Huh. So what I'm trying to get you to wrap your mind around is that a lot of these conscious communities have been putting out information about history and culture and stuff like that. But when you ask them a question relative to the woman, man, listen, you know, we're not dealing with that. You know, the woman, you know, she humbly submits. She play her part, we play our part. Our part is to tease, our part is to do this, our part is your part is just to be submissive, to be quiet, and take care of the household. Can't teach. Why? Because you got to shut the fuck up. That's not your place to be speaking. But when you look at this, it doesn't reflect reality. It's like something like way outside of the parameters of what is. So you saying to me that a woman shouldn't teach? Now, teaching comes in various different uh, ways. If you got five senses, you learning through them five senses, and whatever your sensation or your sensational perceptions pick up, you're being taught by the stimulus or stimuli that's out there that's transmitting this messages to you via your five senses. So you're being taught every day. Okay. So, but a woman, a woman, say woman now, a woman, not supposed to teach. So are you telling me that when a woman gives birth to a child, she is not the teacher? Oh no, brother Khan, man, you misunderstanding what this means. It means that she can't, uh, you know, teach in church. Ask your question. What's more sacred, a church building or the womb of a woman where a child is being developed? What's more sacred? The womb of a woman or a church building? What's more sacred? Does not a woman via prenatal influence teaches the child while the child is in the womb of her? And the first teacher of the child when the child comes out. Natural process. So you telling me that building a building, call it church, synagogue, mosque, whatever you want to call it, uh, it's more sacred than the womb of a woman that actually develops a child? I don't get it. So to further add on to this anomaly. May as well call it an anomaly. This is what it is. If your mother is your first teacher in the womb and when you come out of the womb, she's the one that nurse you, bring you up, giving you the basic principles of life as she know it. That don't qualify as being someone who is worthy of teaching. She must shut up, be silent because of a book that says, oh, she was in transgression. She was deceived. So therefore, all women carries that burden. Now, this is purely religious, saying dealing with anything that dealing with facts. It's just belief. Okay? Nothing factual about it. It's just belief. But see, here's the thing. This belief creates a global dynamic. And it perpetuates a narrative that subjugates women globally. Keep in mind, women had to fight for the right to vote in this country because their male chauvinistic counterparts didn't think they was worthy to do that, to vote. Just shut up. It's amazing, man. You know, it's amazing. And it really, like I said last time, and listen, it really even irritates me because I say to myself, I say, okay, player, all right, yeah, you women should shut up. Yeah, women should, all of this stuff. Like, man, do you tell that to your mother, your grandmother? Do you pull up on your mother and your grandmother and told them you can't speak in church, you should remain silent because I'm a man and therefore I'm a man, I got, relevance over you because you're a woman and you need to just stay in Eve's place and just because you was deceived and you in transgression. What you think your mother would tell you? It's wild, man. So the European, and I gotta mention the European because he's the one that's put stuff. African people didn't have these concepts. Let's just get that straight. These things was adopted during the institution of slavery and so forth and so on, indoctrination and whitewashing the minds of African people and causing them to think like this because they didn't have these concepts on the continent of Africa. That's facts over feelings. You can take it the way you want to. Didn't have it. Just didn't happen. So, being that you people out there that believe that women are inferior or lesser than the man, let me share my screen with you. Okay, let's go. Because you cats be bugging. Let me go up in here real quick. This hold up. Real quick, I ain't going too long. So what about this woman? Mary McLeod Bethune. Civil rights activist, was on the forefront, man, for the liberation of the people. Sacrificed her life so you can get certain rights that you got. This is a woman. Her input was very significant, so that you can sit up on YouTube and run your mouth. Her sacrifice important to the liberation of African people here in the wilderness of North America and all over the planet Earth, basically as a example. Womanhood. Mary Claude Bethune. So are you saying, and she teach and was definitely in the street teaching. Her contribution and significance to the civil rights movement, the upliftment of fallen humanity in this country under the Eurocentric or the white supremacist paradigm. So we got to say what? So what do we say about this system? What do you have to say? That you are better than her, and you put more work in than she did? You need to get slapped in your face with that. Okay, let's go even further. Hold on. Let's go real hard, because y'all be thinking this joke. Okay, let's do something. Rosa Parks. Look at her, sister, a woman, part of the civil rights movement. Sacrifice, had to go to jail to stand up against segregated busing. Stand up. Put the work in. Say, the hell no, I ain't sitting in no damn back of no bus. Sitting right up here front. If I'm gonna pay my money, I'm gonna sit up front. You don't like it? Hey, well then do what you gotta do. Sacrifice. A woman. Taught on many platforms. In the streets, in many areas. Teaching the people. And she did a wonderful job. Made a supreme being bless her too. Uh-oh. Ida B. Wells. Contributed to the upliftment of African people here in this country. Sacrificed her life as well. Put the work in. Died working. So you Negroes today can have something significant. It's a woman. What? She can't teach. Are you tripping? She's second. What? The work she put in, ain't none of you Negroes out there call yourself conscious. They ain't put that kind of work in. You ain't put this work in. What Ida B. Wells did. Oh my God. These cats. Okay. Let's go. Sister Clara Muhammad. The wife of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Her contribution. She was the first person that met Master Farad Muhammad. She was the one that convinced her husband, who was an alcoholic, to go to the temple to listen to the man speak. She carried him. And when he went to prison, she took care of the temple business and make everything be straight. And if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't even have no Nation of Islam and all the social work they have accomplished here in this country, which was for the benefit of the upliftment of the people. Your sister. Did she teach? Yeah. She got schools named after? Yeah. Claris Muhammad University. So she can't teach. Oh. Uh-oh. Sister Pearl Drew Ali, the wife of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Let's get a good look at her. Let's look. Her contribution? She aided and assisted in the development of the Moorish Science Temple of America. She aided and assisted. The sister auxiliary. What? She can't teach? She did it. Saved a lot of women's lives from a Moorish perspective, but people in our community. She's not worthy? She can't teach? Oh, y'all tripping. Uh-oh. Let's get a bigger picture on this one. Got to see this one. Amy Garvey, Marcus Garvey's wife. The wife of a pioneer of Pan-Africanism, the conscious community, aided in the system, made sure that everything that was going on good with the UNIA, she put work in. Did she teach? Yeah. She saved a lot of people's lives. She put that work in. Oh, but she can't teach at the church. She can't teach in the synagogue. But see, here's the thing. She had already put the work in. And it wasn't for her and her father's movement, her husband's movement, y'all niggas wouldn't even have no red, black, and green. But stop playing. You gotta stop playing. Uh-oh. Dr. Betty Shabazz, the wife of Malcolm X. So contributed, supported her husband on his ups and downs, taught, lectured, published. She can't teach at the church or the synagogue. Qualified. And then perhaps it seems to be more intelligent and wiser than a lot of you Negroes. Are we going in? Julia Hare. What she got to say about this sister? You ain't pulling up on her with that shit. Her or her husband. They don't get down like that. If you know her, you'll know what I'm talking about. You're not pulling up, talking that, women can't win. Man, listen, bro, this sister right here will shrink you. Intellectually shrink you with these frivolous notions that y'all got about women. Pull up. You ain't built like that. Because I look at your talking points and I already know you that you're not built like that. You can't sit down next to this sister and talk about some, oh, well, you're not supposed to speak. Let me, no, what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you male chauvinists is out there, okay? You lacking the feminine counterpart to make you stronger. Instead of trying to put down the woman, you should make him your equal. Oh, boy. Let's go. Coretta Scott King, the wife of Martin Luther King, was with him through his whole civil rights campaigns. And even some other, other things. She stuck with him to his death, supported him, taught, and teaching the people. Not only about what her husband was teaching, but her own perspectives about the reality of the civil rights movement. She can't come up there and speak in your church, your synagogue, or your mosque. Adelaide Sanford, Board of Regents, New York. She fought so hard to prevent Black children from being disproportionately classified as having mental illness and placed in special education. Put the work in for decades. You see the lectern she's teaching facts. This sister sacrificed her whole entire life for the liberation of our people. And y'all gonna talk about the woman can't speak in church and you transgression because of some biblical narrative, of mythological narrative. Is you tripping? You check this elder out. Adelaide Sanford. I tell you, y'all do this crazy. Okay, who are we going to do next? All right. Wait a minute. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Dr. Francis Cress-Welsing, child psychologist, DC. Wrote a few books. One of them is the ISIS Papers, a critique of the European paradigm, for show, explaining what racism, white supremacy is all about. Sacrificed her life in the medical department and in the intellectual parlance, part of the Melanin Conference series, and also a part of the Institute of African Psychology. She can't come and speak and teach. See, here, what I'm trying to get at is y'all dudes is running around here talking all this stuff about the woman concept and they can't be able to do this. Y'all don't have the accolades. You don't have it. So it is what it is. Let's see if we can find him. Hold up. I got a couple more pieces. I really oh, we already went over her already. Drusilla Dungeon, who's just put work in. None of you dudes running your mouth, man. Y'all ain't got no accolades like that. Y'all don't even have that experience. Y'all don't even have the skill, talent, ability to even come up with comparison with all the women I just spoke about. You understand? They got some frivolous accolades that don't even exist. I ain't been to no universities, whether it's in the United States, Europe, Asia, or Africa. I have not had any type of, y'all don't have the credential. You got these dudes running around here calling themselves science. You ain't no scientist, dog. I mean, you're a squatter scholar, and you just been sitting on some books, and you read some books, and you repeated some certain things, and you just a repeater. You're a scientist when it comes to repeating other real scientists' work. You don't qualify. And all these Hebrew Israelites with all of these ridiculous notions about women and stuff like that in their camps, that don't even make sense. All right, because what you're saying don't make no sense. With that being said, I'm totally done.